Good evening, everyone. This is Ray Hayes with Supplierity News. Hope everyone is having a good evening. Also, just hope you have a good Friday tomorrow. One day before the weekend. But before we start the mini podcast, want to just throw some things out there. Please follow us on Twitter at GDN Network. Please like our Facebook page. Our Facebook page is still going by Global Diversity News. Also, please visit our website for the daily news about small business, what's going on in the small business industry. Also, in whatever what's ever going on in the world that deals with diversity, we cover it. Our website is supplierty.com. You can also see some of the previous podcasts we have on there as well. Also want to throw out on Sundays, me and Jamie White, we host a live stream, and you can find the link to the live stream on our website, suppliertynews.com. Tonight, come with you all with another, like I said, another mini podcast. I wanted to touch on tonight the bathroom bill, and also the U.S. Justice and Education Department recently sent out a letter to schools that stated that the issue of bathroom access for trans students should be determined by states instead of the federal government. The letter added that the Obama administration guidelines cause legal confusion and spark lawsuits. The Trump administration went about revoking President Obama's transgender bathroom guidance. So, like I said, the states will now be in charge to determine the rules about transgender using the men's or women's bathroom. And also wanted to touch on the bathroom bill in the state of North Carolina, and other states are beginning to talk about possibly enacting the same bill in their states. Earlier today, I was, as always, listening to Sirius XM, like the Karen Hunter show on Urban View, and she talked about the fact that what's the big uproar with transgender using the male or female bathroom? Why are people so afraid? The fact that if let's say this, you don't hear about transgenders going into the bathroom and possibly hurting a child or hurting a woman, or a man going into the bathroom and hurting the transgender. You don't hear about those cases. So her point was, why are we so focused on this? They should be able to use whichever bathroom that they feel they identify with, whether it be male or female. Granted, I understood what she was talking about, because at the end of the day, if a transgender man who's now a man who but identifies himself as a woman goes into the women's bathroom, he goes into the stall and he takes care of his business. You don't have to see him. Only thing you see is him either sitting down. That's it. So the fact that possibly they're going to break into the other stall and come in on me, cases like that are uncommon. So the thing is, the fact that we're being worried about it is somewhat, like I said, it's subjective, because it also depends on comfortability. If a transgender comes into a man's bathroom, some people may feel uncomfortable. However, they're coming into the bathroom to relieve themselves. Most likely, they may be intimidated by you just staring at them. So it's kind of, I don't know, it comes down to comfort. Like, are you comfortable with it? But the fact that people being afraid of it, it's kind of crazy, because when you look at it, you don't hear cases of that. Now, not saying, hey, anything may happen in the future. I don't know. You don't know. However, we don't hear cases about that. So it's not a matter of it being such a fear thing. And with the President Trump's recent ruling, I mean, in a federal court's recent ruling about revoking President Obama's transgender bathroom rule, hey, if it's up to the states, it's up to the states. Let's hope they do the right thing. But we shouldn't go about saying, oh, transgender people may harm someone or whatnot or so forth. I mean, in reality, there hasn't been many cases of it. So, like I said, but it comes down to, are you comfortable with it? And if you're not, just think about it. They're going into the bathroom just to relieve themselves, just like you and me, and then they're leaving. That's it. It's simple and so forth. I mean, they're not coming in there to hold conversation. They're doing the same thing you're doing. Get in, get out. That's it. And they feel comfortable going into the bathroom that identifies with who they are and what they represent. So, honestly, I don't see a problem with it. I honestly don't. Now, some people brought up the fact, oh, I have a little girl, and you have a transgender who was previously a man, but now is a female, comes into the bathroom with my little daughter. They're afraid that, oh, he may mess with my little daughter. Anybody can mess with your little daughter. At the end of the day, anything can happen. But God willing, nothing happens. So it's kind of like they're just in there. Like, I mean, I can't say it enough. They're in there just to relieve themselves. So I don't understand the big fuss. To be honest with you. Well, I'm sorry. I do understand the fuss because people are uncomfortable with it. I understand that, but we really have to think this out. It's really not that. It's not that serious and make it out to to more than what it is. With that being said, I'm going to end the podcast, but I please ask that you leave your comments. Let me know how you feel about President Trump's recently revoking President Obama's transgender bathroom rule, and just how do you feel about this situation? I mean, are you comfortable? Are you afraid? I mean, please give us some feedback. One more thing I wanted to add there. One of the callers on the Karen show, she stated that the fact that in Europe or out in Asia, there are tons of people coming out of the bathroom who don't look like you, who may be transgender, and they're comfortable with it. You don't see a big uproar in Europe or anywhere, but it's just in the U.S. So, I mean, I don't know. We claim to be this country of free and all of this. Let's truly be free then. Let's truly accept one another for who they are and what they plan to do in life. I mean, I may be asking for too much because as we see, racism is still alive, prejudice. I mean, it's all out there. Racism is still alive and it's not going to change. So maybe it's naive of me to ask for that. But at the end of the day, I hope the states choose right when they come down to making this decision, and just let people live. With that being said, thank you all for listening tonight. Please follow us on our social media outlets. And also, like I said, leave comments. Let me know how I'm doing. Jamie, please let Jamie know how he's doing as well. Thank you. Once again, the live stream will be on Sunday. Visit the website Supplier News for the link to the live stream. Thank you again and have a good evening.